What if I told you that three ancient figures hold the keys to navigating your most pressing modern challenges? The stress of your career, the complexity of your relationships, and the search for meaning in a chaotic world? Here's something fascinating. In the grand tapestry of Eastern philosophy, three figures stand out as powerful archetypes: Lord Shiva, Lord Rama, and Lord Krishna. They're often misunderstood as just gods from a distant mythology, but the truth is deeper. These are profound psychological and spiritual blueprints for human consciousness. Today we're going to decode the essential message of each one. By the end of this video, you'll understand how Shiva's stillness, Rama's integrity, and Krishna's wisdom can transform the way you live, work, and relate to others. If you're ready to explore the unknown, hit that subscribe button. Let's be honest. Modern life can feel overwhelming. You're expected to hustle harder, achieve more, and somehow stay sane while doing it. Anxiety is at an all-time high. According to the American Psychological Association, nearly 40% of Americans report feeling more stressed than they did just a few years ago. Why is this happening? Because we've been taught to operate from a single dimension, the ego, the I that wants more, achieves more, and competes constantly. But what if the wisdom to solve this isn't something new? What if it's ancient? The Indian tradition introduces us to three distinct archetypes, ways of being, that can radically shift your perspective. These aren't about blind faith or religion. They're about understanding the different layers of human consciousness. Think of them as operating systems for your soul. Shiva represents pure consciousness, the stillness beneath all activity. Rama represents dharma, righteousness, integrity, and duty. Krishna represents wisdom, love, and strategic action in a complex world. They're metaphors for how you can live a more balanced, purposeful life. Let's break each one down and see what they teach us. Shiva, the Master of Stillness. First, Shiva, often called the Destroyer, but don't let that scare you. In this context, destruction means the dissolution of the ego, the illusion of a separate self. Shiva is the cosmic yogi, meditating on Mount Kailash, deeply absorbed in himself. What does that have to do with your life? Everything. Shiva teaches us the power of stillness. In a culture that glorifies doing, Shiva reminds us of the power of being. He sits quietly yet carries the power to destroy the entire universe, symbolizing that true power comes from stillness, not from frantic action. Think of Shiva as the ultimate introvert, but not in a weak way. He is so powerful he doesn't need to prove anything. He is the eye of the hurricane. The more you practice stillness through meditation, the more you realize that you are not your thoughts, not your job, not your anxiety. You are the awareness watching it all. Key lesson from Shiva: peace is not a sign of weakness. It's a conscious choice. True strength lies in choosing peace when you can wage war. Rama, the man of integrity. Next, Rama. Rama is the embodiment of Dharma, the righteous path. He is often called Maryada Purushottama, meaning the perfect man who follows the rules of society and duty. Rama teaches us about integrity. He was the king who followed the rules, who honored his commitments even when it was painful. When he was exiled to the forest for 14 years, he went without complaint. He respected his father's word. He respected his wife Sita. He respected his duty as a king. In today's world where everyone is looking for shortcuts, Rama reminds us that integrity is non-negotiable. It means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It's keeping your promises, honoring your commitments, and standing up for what is just. Key lesson from Rama: live your life as an example for others to follow. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be true. Krishna, the Master Strategist. Finally, Krishna. Krishna is the most relatable to the modern mind. He's the Master Strategist, the diplomat, the lover, and the friend. He is often called Leela Purushottama, the master of divine play. What does that mean? It means that while the world can be a serious and heavy place, Krishna reminds us to treat life as a game, a dance of consciousness. He's the one who teaches Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, giving us the Bhagavad Gita, a manual for navigating life's most difficult dilemmas. Krishna's message is profound. Be detached from the results of your actions. Do what you need to do, but don't cling to success or run from failure. Act from your dharma and leave the outcome to the divine. Krishna is a master of strategy and love. He's not a pacifist who avoids conflict. He fights for what's right. but he does so without hatred, without ego. He is the perfect combination of wisdom and action, showing that you can be spiritually advanced and still be completely engaged in the world. Key lesson from Krishna. Do what I say, not necessarily what I did. You can't live exactly like Krishna because he was a complete incarnation, but you can follow his teachings. Work is worship. Science is beginning to validate these ancient archetypes. Shiva and consciousness studies. Modern neuroscience and quantum physics are starting to ask the same question Shiva asks: what is the nature of consciousness? Research at Princeton and other institutions is exploring the idea that consciousness may not be confined to the brain. It might be fundamental to the universe itself. Shiva represents this pure, undifferentiated awareness. Scientists like David Chalmers call this the hard problem of consciousness. Why do we have subjective experience? Shiva's answer: because we are consciousness itself, looking at itself. Rama and the neuroscience of integrity. There's fascinating research on how the brain processes moral decisions. Neuroimaging studies at Harvard show that when people make decisions based on integrity, doing the right thing even when it's hard, there's a particular pattern of activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for self-control and higher reasoning. This isn't just abstract philosophy, it's biology. Integrity creates neural pathways that build resilience and reduce stress. Krishna and behavioral psychology. Krishna's message in the Bhagavad Gita about detachment is incredibly aligned with the principles of cognitive behavioral therapy and Stoic philosophy. The idea that you can't control external events but you can control your reaction to them is a cornerstone of modern mental health. Studies show that people who practice emotional detachment, not being overly attached to outcomes, report significantly lower levels of anxiety and depression. In quantum physics, the observer effect states that the act of observation affects the observed reality. Krishna would say, exactly, your consciousness shapes your world. The more aware you are, the more you can influence your reality. So how do you apply this to your life right now? Tap into Shiva's stillness. Every morning take just 5 minutes to sit in complete silence. Don't check your phone, don't plan your day, just be, sit still and observe your breath. This isn't about escaping reality, it's about grounding yourself. When you start your day from a place of stillness, you're less reactive to stress. Live like Rama. Before making a decision, ask yourself, what is the right thing to do here? What would a person of integrity do? Not what's easy, not what's profitable, what's right. This simple question can transform your relationships and your career. In your professional life, be the person who keeps their word, who does honest work, and who stands up for fairness. Act like Krishna. Embrace life as a game, a cosmic play. Don't take everything so seriously. When you face a difficult situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? Practice detachment. Do your best, but don't become a slave to the outcome. Trust that the universe has a plan. To summarize, these three avatars are not just historical figures. They are dimensions of your own consciousness. Shiva is your capacity for stillness and inner peace. Rama is your commitment to truth and integrity. Krishna is your wisdom and ability to navigate complexity with grace. The ancient sages called these forces Atma, the eternal soul that transcends personality, culture, and even time. As the Upanishads teach, Tat Twamasi, thou art that, you are not just a body or a mind. You are consciousness itself manifesting in these three powerful ways. So here's a question to reflect on. Which of these three do you need more of in your life right now? Shiva's stillness, Rama's integrity, or Krishna's wisdom? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this video sparked something in you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs this message. We are a community of truth seekers, and your support helps us reach more people. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into how the concept of Dharma can help you find your true purpose in a confusing world. Don't miss it.